Hey everyone, Sonic Dale here, and I wanted to show you what I've been doing while I've been gone. Now, they're in these boxes, and I'm so excited to show you, because today, that's what the video is going to be about. Um, but first, let me show you uh, what I'm talking about. So obviously, these are shoe boxes, and I've been customizing sneakers. Uh, Not any like real brand sneakers, just like ones I found around the store. I bought like a bunch, and it was like $2, $1, $4. So I just bought a bunch to practice before I started on a real shoe. So this was my very first custom here. Now these shoes are like M&M themed. I did some embroidery. I learned how to embroider, and I think they look pretty good for my very first time. They don't have like any paint on them. The actual laces are dyed this nice brown color. It's not chocolate brown, but it gets the thing done. Yeah, I think these look pretty cool. And they're my very first custom. So this is some like mistakes and stuff. I believe it's on this one. Is it? This one. While we're still learning, you can see all the stitching. I was learning how to do more efficient stitching. And then I finally learned on this one, like the better circle stitching. And yeah, very first custom. I decided to paint on these ones to try to get into the leather paint part of customizing sneakers. So they look like these. They came out pretty good. I tried to make them like Enderman themed. I'm not sure if that's really conveys, but we have the nice laces, gray laces to represent the pillars, right? And then we have the cubic, like Enderman skin here. The purple is supposed to represent the teleportation thing, and it's really cool. Let me try to do them like here, so you can see the better detail. I have the black and then dark gray all around the shoe, the back. And again, these are just like some off-brand shoes that I found at my workplace that I wanted to practice before I got into real shoes, and I didn't mess up some real shoes. Now, I also wanted to show you my most recent pair I just did. And they're Hawkeye themed. So these are canvases. The first one I showed you were canvases too, but I actually painted on these ones. They're Hawkeye from the Marvel Rivals version. You see the blue hair, and then I like the purple and blue version, the skin. I believe you get that from watching Twitch, but I kind of tried to go all out on these ones. So we have the arrow, and then all the energy, the blue and the purple. I try to keep it like all nice and windy, like super cool. You can tell he has like the Ice Luna power up here with the team up. You can see the gray inside. I didn't do any of the soft liner because I don't have any too soft, so I'm still working on that. But this is the other shoe completely different design. I still have Hawkeye up here with the arrow shooting through whatever. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I did draw the feather, the fletching. That's what it's called, the fletching. And everything's hand painted. And I think these look pretty good. These look pretty good. Right? But today I wanted to actually try out to draw this mock-up onto some real shoes. So let me get the shoes real fast. I actually have some plain Air Force Ones here, straight from StockX, as you can see. These plain Air Force Ones, nice blank canvas. And I'm gonna try to turn this shoe into a mock-up. But I think the very first thing we gotta do is dye the shoes, to dye the soles, because you can't really paint on the sole. So I'm gonna try to dye it to have the color stick, and then we're gonna start painting everything. But before we get on to all of that, we have to prep the shoe. Nothing's gonna stick. If I wear these, it's not gonna stick if I don't prep the shoe. So we're gonna do that. Alright, so now I'm just gonna get my Angelus deglazer, and I'm just going to rub this stuff to get the factory finish off on both of the shoes, and then yeah. Now, you can't really see it, but they have like bigger holes, and they look more porous. They definitely look more porous. There's a lot smaller holes than last time, or bigger, smaller holes than last time. But now I just gotta move the laces and get this part in, and alright, so now we gotta put in the salt and the dish soap, because I already got my hot water out. Just mixing them all together. And now finally the pour. Let's mix this. Alright, here's the shoes. We're just gonna dump these in here, and hopefully they'll I'm mostly wanting the sock liner and then the soles to be that gray color, but let's stop wasting time. That's my cat. Alright, so I just finished dyeing them, and now it's time to rinse them out. But look at that color. Oh man, these look pretty good. But let's go ahead and start rinsing them. Alright, after rinsing them, this is what we got. You can tell by some of the parts that they didn't like fully go through, uh, which is fine. Which is fine. But we really just wanted that nice color on the midsoles and then the inside. Oh, look at that color. It's kind of weird that they turned out to be like this blue. If I was making like a water Pokemon, this would be perfect, but man, these ones, they look a little bit less than this one, but I think it was because they were set a little bit higher than these boxes here. I think I need to put a little bit more acetone, let them sit for like another 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm gonna set these ones back. These ones look pretty good. All right. Okay. We have the shoes here. The leather is dry, and I have all the painting stuff. Now I just have to mask the check. I can start painting everything to the color. And Alright, so it's been a couple of days, or it's a couple of months since I've been wearing these. You can see some of the wear. Um, but it's holding up pretty good. It still looks pretty good. All the colors are there. Um, and I really hope you guys like this type of content. I want to make more art related stuff, but let me know how I did in the comments. And have a wonderful rest of y'all's day.